Welcome, my audience, to the 24th day of consistent daily uploads from Too Long Didn't Scroll, the YouTube show and accompanying podcast that gives you daily summaries of noteworthy events from around the world from the previous day, to help you get your daily news fix without having to scroll through your endless newsfeed. Listen in on YouTube, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and more. Links are all in the description, and without further ado, it's day 24, February 12th, 2023. We start off this day's events in the countries of America and China, which have both recently had a string of high-profile unidentified flying objects floating over their airspace, a majority of which have been shot down. These objects include a so-called quote-unquote meteorological balloon of Chinese origin, another identified object shot down over Alaska, and a cylindrical object shot down over the Canadian territory of Yukon. As of today, both China and America have identified two additional unidentified objects flying in their airspace. China reports a flying object flying over the Yellow Sea between northeast China and the Koreas, and America reports an object flying over Lake Huron near the eastern portion of the border between Canada and America. America has shot down the octagonal object, whose origin and purpose is still unknown, already, over its territory with an F-16 Fighting Falcon fighter jet, while China has warned nearby fishermen that a takedown of the object over its waters is imminent, especially due to its proximity to important container ports and shipyards. These two objects are the latest two in a string of 7 other similar incidents involving high-altitude flying objects over their country's airspace. We now head on over to the Mediterranean island nation of Cyprus, where its most recent presidential general elections have concluded. This year's round of elections was particularly hard-fought, as independents Nikos Christoduolides and Andreas Mavroyiannis squared off against each other in the polls for nearly 2 weeks since February 5th to see who would succeed outgoing President Nikos Anastasiades. After polling on February 5th showed no tangible winner, a runoff election between the social liberalist Christoduolides and the left-wing Mavroyiannis on February 12th occurred. As of today, it has emerged that Christoduolides has won the polls with a lead of 51.92% over 48.08%. He focused his campaign on bringing unity to the government, improving the educational system, and modernizing the economy through pension and tax reform, and focusing on digital and green economic practices, while his opponent focused on bringing down taxes and increasing the minimum wage. Mavroyiannis has since conceded and congratulated his opponent on his victory, who is expected to be instated as president shortly. In other news, the Secretary General of NATO, Jens Stoltenberg, who served in the position for 4 terms since 2014, has announced that he will be stepping down from the office in October after not extending his term mandate, and Cambodian Prime Minister Hun Sen has ordered the revocation of the license of Voice of Democracy, one of the last independent news outlets in the country, over claims it was trying to attack him and his son.